Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zara and you guys are watching Finance Squared. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend, and today I actually wanted to do something that I actually never done. I'm actually gonna give you my review on Binance as to why Binance is so successful. So I'm gonna really go through the whole timeline, also regarding to what product they have been launching since they went live, and also to explain to you why we saw this recent price surge on Binance and why Binance will always stay relevant for the next 5 years. So let's begin. So we're gonna go now over the website step by step, and also I'm gonna try to explain to you the logic behind why Binance will be the most successful cryptocurrency exchange in the world in the next 5 years. So we're gonna go over first the main feature. Binance is actually an exchange. That's the first thing that they were known for when they raised the ICO, and then obviously with time they also created this academy where actually they are able to give a lot of information for the user. This was obviously created most likely during the moment when the market went down. So there was a period in 2018 to also to 2020 where the market was really going down, and people were still people that bought at all-time high were still waiting for the market to go back to the original price. So this was probably a time when people were actually just trying to learn and trying to regain the trust and actually enter the market again. And then you have, this is something quite new where it's looked like they created a program for broker. So broker is a trading platform that offer you guys the ability to buy and sell an instrument. So in this case they created any broker platform that actually want to have a cryptocurrency. They actually offer this solution that they can also offer cryptocurrency. This can be very lucrative business. Imagine if Binance was able to approach PayPal, and PayPal is using Binance Broker program. That can be a really lucrative program, and obviously will increase the volume and also the revenue. Now, also, I'm not sure if you guys remember, that was very well known back in 2019. Binance created a charity where they actually were donating to certain countries in third world countries, and also during some crises around the world they were also donating. So this is something very nice to have on the website. If you go back here, we can also look at, this is something that I'm very excited. It's their cloud business. So Binance Cloud, bring your crypto business in mint with Binance. So you actually are able to reach out to Binance. If you have any idea when it comes to cryptocurrency, Binance will help you to launch and create the right infrastructure to be able to go live. In some cases, they might even maybe partner with you guys or even invest with you guys. So this is something that I think that CZ is actually really taking Binance to another level. I feel that I'm on an Amazon website where Amazon have the Amazon Web Services. This is exactly what I'm feeling now. It's a very good, strong statement to be able to offer Binance Cloud. So this is really, I think, under the radar. That will really help anyone to really grow the business with such a strong player. So they have management system, they have spot trading, which literally ability to buy and sell without leverage or just with it not being derivative. And then you have fiat trading, so to do with buying with real money. Now if you look here, for example, let's go back Alright, so we cover the cloud. Let's go now over the DEX. So as I said, DEX was popular at some point, but it's not the most successful business. The reason why Binance created, because there was a movement of people asking or people withdrawing their cryptocurrency from centralized exchange and moving it to decentralized exchanges. So What Binance did, they decided to create their own decentralized exchange to prevent if there were to be a change in the market perspective and market momentum for instead of people feel comfortable trading in centralized exchange, they'll decide to trade on decentralized. So that was their solution that they created. And again, it's not the most traded exchange, decentralized exchange, but they created it. Now, if you look here at the next product that Binance created, we're talking about Binance Lab, and also let's go to Binance Lab. So Binance Lab was basically, I'll call it an imitation or the 2.0 ICO that they actually created throughout 2019, which was very, very, very successful, where people are able to launch or raise money throughout the platform. So in 2017 and 18, people were raising money on their own website. And then what Binance created is basically, because they have the user, because they have the whole infrastructure, they basically enable startup or blockchain related project to apply, and if they get accepted, they will basically create infrastructure to raise money and then also to list token afterward. That was very lucrative. In most of the cases, those cryptocurrency went up by 10x, even something even much more, and that was really another mechanism that Binance created to keep themselves alive and to still make revenue. Now then we have also Binance Launchpad, so token launch platform. Okay, so this is basically where Binance create token launch platform, buy or earn new token directly on Binance. So Binance token launch platform was basically the ability for anyone that have any cryptocurrency that is able to stake on their platform. Yet again, this was a solution that Binance created in order to give people incentive to re-engage them and to invest and to basically generate Binance cryptocurrency. So again, this was very popular in mid 2019 and also maybe early 2020, where basically users were able to deposit cryptocurrency for a specific time period and they were getting interest. So this was the whole concept of it, which was very successful and really helped them keep them afloat. And again, Binance keep reinventing themselves, keep adding more and more feature. And if I didn't know Binance, I would have thought that there's just 10 people, but there are over 1,000 employees around the world. So they have the capacity to launch big project, but they're able to do it in very fast manner that you feel it's a startup. So it's an enterprise, but they think as a startup. And also you have the research where they actually provide in-depth research about different projects. And then you have the Trust Wallet. So Trust Wallet is where the owner is the owner of the wallet address. So basically, whoever launched Trust Wallet has no access to your wallet. So one of the reasons why Binance bought this wallet, because at the time, yet again, there was a whole momentum of that people shouldn't keep the cryptocurrency in their exchange, and they should move it to a wallet where they actually they own the keys of the wallet. So Trust Wallet give you that option. So they purchased this wallet, Trust Wallet, a few years ago, and they actually integrated with the exchange. And from what I saw, Trust Wallet has 5 million customers or people that use it. So that is a lot of people using it. So over 5 million people have already used this wallet. Now let's go back to the following. So another thing you should obviously know that Binance also has launched in multiple regions. We're talking about Binance US, we're talking about Binance Australia, we also have Binance Gibraltar or Binance UK, even Binance Malta, and at some point even Binance Uganda and some other African countries. So really Binance is able to really think ahead and really plan the whole infrastructure to succeed no matter what. Now, when it comes to the market, so if you look here at the trade, so they have obviously the basic one, convert, classic, advanced, margin, and also they have the P2P, which is quite common in I would say South America, Asia, and might also be quite common in third world countries. And then you have the whole derivative. So the whole derivative, it's a very, very lucrative business. I'm going to tell you how lucrative it is in a while. So derivatives, so basically people are able to trade on another real asset, a derivative, by using leverage. So in this case, they have futures where people are able to trade up to 125 leverage, which is an insane amount of leverage. You have here even option, and then you have leverage tokens. So basically the token themselves already leveraged. For example, let's say you have a leverage token of Bitcoin of 2 or 5. So if the market were to move by 5%, it's actually 5% times 2 if it was leverage 2. If it was leverage 5, then it will be 25% gain or downward, depending if you're shorting or buying, for example. So this is what is happening. Let's look at this section. So there is now Bitcoin battle. And also another thing that Binance has done quite well, they created a lot of incentive, a lot of program, a lot of reward for people to feel basically willing to come back and trade. And I see they did even a battle to win. So if you're to trade for a specific volume, you get some discount, you get some reward. And in some cases, they'll do a competition to see who is the most successful trader for trading on a specific instrument, and they will win a reward. So this is something that is really, really, really cool. And then we also have finance. So you come to Binance, obviously you have Binance Earn, so basically you have the ability to stake your cryptocurrency and earn interest. Obviously you have Binance Pool, so you can actually join a pool. So let's just click on it just for us to see a bit more about it. So you basically are able to join Bitcoin Cash, and I think it's another type of Bitcoin, and Ethereum. This is basically proof of work. So you actually are able to join a pool and basically mine with them. There's some video through. You can obviously watch it and join if you want. So this is really, really interesting. And then you have also Binance Visa card, so basically able to pay with your cryptocurrency with your credit card. Crypto loan, so basically you can get an instant loan for your crypto asset. Now I think initially Binance has partnered with Nexo because they're offering similar interest. But I think now maybe Binance is offering by themselves. I'm not very sure, but they are offering a lot of competitive features. And then obviously now with Liquid Swap, which basically you're able to enter into this DeFi movement that really, really is pushing the market to a whole new level. And if you look at all the different projects for the past 6 months or almost a year, they had a ridiculous gain. Some cases even thinking about 10,000% gain if I'm talking about EFA project. So Binance is literally touching every industry that you can think of, and Binance is doing very well. Binance is trustable. And another thing that Binance did, there was an incident where I think it only happened once, or where they got hacked or almost got hacked, and then they created this security system that they are allocating a percentage of the revenue just in case they're gonna get hacked, so they can actually refund the customer if this were to ever happen. Now another thing that Binance did in 2019 is the launch of their own stablecoin, so Binance Dollar or Binance BUSD, which is obviously a quite big statement because Binance is not really regulated. So how are they able to do it? No one knows. I think maybe they're working on some license in certain countries, but Binance is really doing many things. And I think now they even started to offer Forex, so basically able to trade on currency. And I think the next stage will be adding a stock, indices, commodities, and any typical instrument you'll see in your favorite broker platform. Taking all this into consideration, I'm confident that Binance token should be reaching within the next 5 years $1,000. Regardless of what's gonna happen, if the market's gonna go down and we're gonna see people that are less trading or not that active, Binance will find an instrument or a market for them to make money. Now, I think what we saw today with the price of Binance being $71, it's really peanut. I think within the next 5 years, Binance should be at the same level, if not more, of Coinbase, or if not, maybe even on Amazon level when it comes to Amazon Web Services. So I think Binance is really taking this to another level, and I think a lot of people are not noticing it. And people always ask me what cryptocurrency you should invest in. You should probably invest in the coin that the house always wins. Now, you did ask me how much money does Binance make. So just for you guys to understand, I'm going now to this website. And obviously you guys saw that yesterday we had a very big liquidation. So just to put things in perspective, so over the last 24 hours, Binance had liquidated $418 million. Now again, I'm guessing not all of it is profit, but the majority of it is profit. Now, this is an insane amount of money to make. Now, whenever you have so much money, you can always dream and you can always aim higher. So because of that, I feel very comfortable to invest in Binance because of the way they've been performing throughout the whole cycle, throughout the rally, throughout the very cold period, throughout this whole market sentiment. So obviously, maybe for you guys that are not able to invest in Coinbase pre-IPO, I think you should probably consider Binance as a possibility for you guys to just look at buying your token and just keeping and holding it for the next 5 years, because at this rate, Binance is really going to take over, and Binance is really looking at very long term. So this is my summary, my review about Binance. I hope this was very helpful.